Charlotte. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I want to tell you how I came here to Charlotte and Toastmasters and by taking leaps all through life. I was born and raised in Connecticut, and my parents were married for over 50 years. My mom's 94 now, and she still lives in Connecticut. And I have a sister and two brothers, one of whom is my twin. And when I say I have a twin, people say, "Oh, that's so neat, you must be close." I say, "No." Our eggs just dropped at the same time. I was always known in the background of my family, which is socially outgoing. Always living in the background, I was not gregarious. And when I was in school, I was known as Alan's little sister, even though he was my twin. When I graduated from high school, I went to Boston University, and I didn't know what I wanted to do in college. I just went to college. And I did know that when I got there, I wanted to stop being so shy. I was painfully shy. And as soon as my foot hit the campus, I dropped it. I dropped all that shyness. And I became gregarious. So that worked out very well. I actually made a lot of good connections there, and I met my husband. We were both 21, we met and married. And he was on the corporate fast track, which is another way of saying we got transferred a lot. So we got transferred 6 times up through the Northeast. Wherever we landed, I went to school, I worked. Finally, we were married 12 years, and we decided to have kids. So we have our son, who is a sophomore in college, and he's 19, and our daughter, who is 21, and she's a senior in college. I did all the things that moms... Oh, I also said, by the way, I'm an at-home mother now. And by the way, we're not transferring anymore. So we settled in Connecticut. I did all the things that at-home moms did in my community. I shuffled them around. I managed the house. I volunteered in their schools. And then I also opened a professional organizing business. I wanted to do something that wasn't motherly. So I actually kept that going for 4 years. That was very, very interesting, and I liked doing that. I closed the business, and then I became an office manager at a children's science museum. And this museum had a wildlife sanctuary, planetarium, nature center, and a preschool. And I liked being in the middle of all of that. It wasn't just paper pushing. I could order copy paper, and I could order butterflies and frozen mice for snake snacks. And I worked on the fundraising gala, and I set up exhibits, and I enjoyed that very much. But the time came when I decided to divorce my husband and move away. So my sister, who's lived here for 20 years in Charlotte, invited me to live with her, and I said, sure, I'd love to. So I packed up my stuff in the smallest U-Haul, and my son and I drove down here, took a day, and we unpacked the U-Haul and toured around Charlotte for a couple of days, and then he went back to Connecticut, and I started focusing on my life. So I gotta say, that's yet another leap that I've landed softly, I admit that. My sister has a lovely house. She's very supportive. Her friends absorbed me. And I love the weather here. I love all the people. I joined University Toastmasters. And I had a hard time, though, finding a job, a permanent job, until last Friday. When I finally got a phone call, and my job starts on, actually next month. So my focus now is to find my own place, to work very well on my new job, and find out what else Charlotte has to offer. But I have to say that I never had a plan B I just knew that whatever I dove into, I had to work very hard at it so I wouldn't regret my decision. So far, it's worked out. Thank you.